Hello everyone, I Assistant Professor Pragati Shetty from Department of Microbiology, KG Somaya College. In this online lecture, we will study the rest portion of our Giardia protozoa. Okay, in the last online lecture, we have reached till the pathogenesis of the Giardia. In this, we will study the epidemiology of the Giardia. Alright, now it can get infected by ingesting cyst through the contaminated water. Now here we are looking for the mode of transmission, right, or by which way it can enters into the host cell. So it can enter through the contaminated water. All right, most common intestinal flagellate of the people, which means this infection is the most common, all right, in the people. Then worldwide distribution of this infection from the Giardia, the prevalence rate will range from the 2.4 to 67.5%, which is the very high range. So we can say that Giardia infection is very common in most of the people, in the most of the population. Okay, then reservoirs host can play a significant role in this infections. Okay, now in case of the human infections, there are hotspot. Okay, hotspots means what? The area or the locations where there are higher chances for getting this contamination or getting this infection. So that will include the vacations and travels, camping, right? There, in most of the cases, there will be not a proper purified water supply. All right, then there will not be, most probably, a proper maintained hygiene or the sanitization. So that conditions, that spots, that areas are will more susceptible for getting such infections, right? Then the Colorado ski resorts are notorious for outbreaks. Then drinking from the mountain springs, washing utensils, drinking water that is not treated with any chlorine or with any chemical which will purify the water. So again, these are the sources by which the water can get contaminated, and as the water will get contaminated, that can produce this infections, right? Then the daycare centers, right, these are also the area where the water contamination may be there, right? The presence of cyst in the water, the presence of the feces, stool samples or the stool particles into the water which will contaminate the water. So these are the chances by which the water will get contaminated with the cyst of the Giardia, due to which after consuming this type of water the human can get the infection. Okay, then this is the epidemiology, right? We studied the prevalence and the locations where there are the maximum chances of getting this infection. Now we will study the laboratory diagnosis and the treatment. Coming to the diagnosis, okay, in this, the stool samples are collected. The first step will be the specimen collection or the sample collection. In this, we know the cyst will be present in the stools, so the stool sample will be collected. All right, then the trophozoites in the diarrheic feces, cyst in the formed feces. All right, now in this they have distributed two types of protozoa. The trophozoite forms will be present in the diarrheic feces, and cyst form is present in the formed feces. All right, then at least 3 exams is required, one every other day. continuous 3 days, at least 3 exams is required for testing, all right, before judged negative. Then we have to check microscopically if there are any abnormalities in the feces sample. Okay, we have to check the presence of cyst, that we can check, right, microscopically. We have to check that. Then after the confirmation or after the suspicion of that cyst of the giardia, then we will proceed with the serological test. In that we will use the ELISA test. ELISA test to determine soluble antigen. Alright, we will use the ELISA test to determine the soluble antigen. This is the laboratory diagnosis for giardia intestinalis, okay, or the giardia lamblia, right, and the giardia duodenalis. Then giardia treatment, giardiasis treatment, and the prognosis, that is the prophylaxis. Now the treatment, the drug of the choice is flagyl. Now these are the drugs that are available for the treatment of this giardiasis. Right, now which are those drugs? These are the flagyl, metronidazole, and this should be prescribed 15 mg per kg per day in 3 divided doses for 5 to 7 days. Okay, then giardia thrives in the people these are not necessarily hard to treat, but keeping those who were infected from becoming reinfected, which means this infection is getting cured easily or which is recovered completely, but we have to take care that the previously infected person should not get this infection again, usually. All right, in this online lecture we've studied the epidemiology of this giardiasis, giardia protozoa. We saw the which are the locations, which are the hotspots for this infection. Then we saw the laboratory diagnosis, right? After the laboratory diagnosis, we saw the treatment, which is drugs are available, medications are available, and the prognosis. So in case of the prophylaxis or the preventive measures that we should take, in this also we have to maintain proper hygiene, maintain proper sanitization, we have to purify water. We use most of the cases, most of the times we should prefer the boiled water, because then it will 99% safe water, right? We should not drink water directly from the river or from any resources directly, because that may contaminate from the contaminate with this cyst. Then we have to, in case of the traveling or while transportation, we have to check on our hygiene. Okay, we have to avoid drinking contaminated water, contaminated areas we have to avoid in that such areas. That preventive measures we should take to avoid this kind of infection. I hope you understood this online lecture. If you have any doubt regarding this, please ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching.